afternoon, Miss. My colleague and I have chosen to do case study number 8, which is the one-to-one correspondence. We found that this is a common challenge in early math development, where some of the learners in grade 1 have difficulty understanding that each number represents a specific quantities. So the strategies that we chose are visual aids and hands-on activities. So we have here eggs, counters, beads, marbles, bottle corks, and snacks, biscuit, and cube here to help with hands-on activities. And for visual representation, visual aids, we have our numeral chart 1 to 10, and we have our numbers in English and in Wapishana. So for those who don't understand the English, we can teach them the numbers in Wapishana, in which they would understand better. And here we have our number chart 1 to 20. 1. Here you can see 1, and there is one. There is a one object or picture representing 1, 2 objects representing number 2, and so on. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate one strategy, which is the hands-on, to teach the learners in grade 1 how to make a one-to-one correspondence. So here I have a cube, and I can have children throwing the die like this. Here it lands on 5. So I can ask children to take out 5 eggs from this tray and put it in this container. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. So, and not only eggs, I can also use our counters, marbles, corks to do the same thing. So I can throw again. Number 2 lands on number 2. Another child can take their turn and take out 2 eggs and put it again here. So we can have children taking turns in throwing this cube here and taking the eggs or the counters, the marbles, and we have here biscuits, snacks here for the little children. So we can also use these containers. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 containers. We can also use these empty containers, clear containers, and use these beads and ask each learner, we can ask them to put 1 in one container. You can ask another child to put 2 in another container, 3 beads into another container, and so on. Or we don't have to go in order. We can just ask them to pick up a specific number, for example, like 6. Take out 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put it here, put it there, and we can ask them to arrange the containers in order from smallest to biggest or big to small. And that is it. Thank you. My colleague Miss Anne will demonstrate to you how another strategy she would use to teach grade 1.
Good afternoon. I am going to demonstrate another strategy, and that is a visual representation. How we are going to use visual representation to help learners who struggle doing the one-to-one correspondence, especially in representing quantities. For example, here I have, for my visual representation, I have my number charts. Both in Wapichan and English, since we are a bilingual piloted school, we would normally teach learners both in both languages, in Wapichan and in English, because some children doesn't know what is one, but they will know what's about that in Wapichan. So it is very important for those learners. And here we also have numbers with their name and pictures that go along with each number. As you can see, we have 3 there, and we have 3 pictures of Indian girls. So to help my learner in using the visual representation or visual activities, I would have pictures of objects, familiar objects that can be used or that can be found in the environment, like the ball. I can have bugs, bees, apples. Of course, we have apples in our community now. At many shops, they sell apples, so children are familiar with apples. Eggs, we have artificial eggs that can be used, so likewise they can identify or know the objects in the picture. And we have bell. So this is, I will be using pictures to help learners to, so therefore this would help the learners to represent the number of quantities. For example, if I have, let's say I have number 8 and it is here in my picture card, 8. So after they have done a lot of hands-on learning or hand manipulatives, having quantities to 8 or putting objects to 8, having 8 counters or having 8 eggs, after they have been doing a lot of practice, by then they should have known what 8s look like, and they can abstractly write or draw 8 pictures or paste 8 pictures under numeral 8. Another way how they can represent pictorially is by drawing 8 kirks or 8 buttons on their 10 frame. So I can ask a child to draw 8 buttons. I can have them drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there I have 8. Then I would ask the learner, how many buttons did you draw on the 10 frame? So by then the child should be able to say, Miss, I draw 8 buttons. Now can you write number 8 for me? Yes. By then the child would be able to draw numeral 8 to represent the number of objects that is drawn on the 10 frame. So this is pictorially representing the number or the quantity. Another one, how I could use a number line to further reinforce pictorially. I can ask them to skip count. We can say using real life scenarios. Can you do 8 jumps on the number line like a little frog? You would ask the child, or I would ask the child, yes, miss, can you show me the 8 jumps? And they would be doing 8 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they would be able to ask the child, can you please circle the number 8 where or which number did you stop at? They would say, Miss, 8, I stop at number 8. So how many 8 jumps did you make? So I made 8 jumps. Or you can say, how many jumps did the froggy make? The froggy made 8 jumps. So you can use that to represent the number by using a number line. And another way how I could use representing visually is by drawing pictures. If I doesn't want to use a 10 frame, I can also use a whiteboard. I can instruct the child, can you please draw 3 pigs? To a grade 1 child, if the child doesn't know 3, how many pigs do you have at home? And the child would say, Miss, I have 3 pigs. Can you draw the 3 pigs? So the child will be drawing 3 pigs. 2, 3. Can you write the numeral 3 under the pigs? Yes, miss. And there is numeral 3. So we can use familiar pictures or things that are found in environment to help the learner to identify the number or identify the quantity. Anything else? So after doing a series of lessons both on hands-on activities and visual representation, to reinforce the concept, we can have activity sheets given to children. We can ask them to count how many balls can you see and for example, I can ask the child to count how many basketball can you see in the picture, and the child will be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now can you write numeral 9? Yes, I can write numeral 9. That is where the child will be able to write a number to match the quantity. We can also do this on tablets or on television to help children learn even better and to have more or fun engaging lessons. Thank you.